Top of the morning, everybody. Sincere Jones, man. Let's get into it. Open discussion. Anybody can hit this link if they want. Anybody can hit this link. I'm about to put the link up right now. Good morning to anybody that's out there watching, anybody that's going to come in and view, anybody that want to talk. Hit the StreamYard link. Get on. Last night was some deep conversations last night. I tuned into We Locked In. The big homies, the big brothers, big homie Mikey B, big homie Moshe, big homie KK. I learned so much from that live last night. I learned so much from that podcast. They was building, educating. They was doing everything that they supposed to. Like brothers that came from the struggle that they came from, being incarcerated for years. Each and every one of them, all three of those brothers right there did over a decade. You know, it was talking about everything going on, how we could prevent the youth from going at each other's throats, how they could prevent the police from being called into the communities to, dismantle our communities even more. Moshe touched up on so much, like, oh man, that brother is so deep. Like, I listen every time he talks. Like, I just stop and just listen. So he doesn't say anything that you shouldn't be hearing. You get what I'm saying? Everything he say, you need to hear it. Take heed into it. Always move off that as in the right way. So Moshe would never say nothing to be misleading anybody. They definitely had a perfect live last night because the topic they had at first, they was definitely correct because there's a lot of dudes on the internet that's interpreting what should be going on out here in these streets, and you know they doing a lot of nonsense on the internet that's misguiding the younger generation. So brothers that came from the struggle when they was younger and they was a little misguided, or when things got rough for them, when their backs was against the wall, they had to do certain things to get their back up off of it. You know, karma came. They had their karma by being incarcerated, and they served their time as honorable men. You know, served their time as honorable men. These were men that stood up for us. Well, I wouldn't say us per se as in me, but basically, yeah, us. Because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to do the things that we're able to be doing. They stood up against the oppression. They didn't move on brothers that was in jail and, what I'm saying, that was trying to do bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They was trying to guide them to do the right thing and say, yo, we're gonna stay in these books, we're gonna educate ourselves. But if the oppressor comes and tries to oppress us and belittle us, that's when we stand up. That's why I respect Moshe, Mikey B, KK, those brothers so much. Mel Cross was on the live last night. They welcomed home Blue Boy. Blue Boy just came home from doing 39 years in the state penitentiary. He did his last 10 years in the box, so I know it's a blessing to see Blue Boy come home after doing all of that time. He's definitely a respectable dude. It doesn't matter if someone blood or crip. That's not how it's supposed to be going over here on the East Coast. Over here on the East Coast is if you got your clique, you got your circle, your group of homies, whatever you want to say, because everybody just want to rectify something and call it a gang. To me, man, this shit ain't no gangs, man. These shits are like brotherhoods, little families away from families that need each other in times that's really needed. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not easy to just go somewhere and think you're just gonna be all right without being some oppressors or some haters, someone trying you. So that's how they formulated these brotherhoods and these entourages in the jail systems, because they were getting disrespected by the police all the time. Moshe said it. He said, "It's no way that we could all be standing on the wall while the police is searching us, and then one dude just get out of line real quick, and then everybody just watch the police beat him up, violate him, kick him, kick his teeth out his motherfucking mouth, and you can't be doing that. You can't let that happen. That shit's not right. If everybody stand up, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to respect it. They're gonna have to know how to treat us better, man. Like, ain't nobody in this world perfect. No one in this world is perfect at all. Like, and they're taking out their frustrations or whatever it is they got out on us because they know they have an upper hand. They up, you know what I'm saying? They're not even they're not even let's say I can't even say how they're not really upholding the law. They're bending rules because they know that they can uphold the law. Like we're under their supervised release in the jail system. We're under their supervised release in the prison system. So they're gonna what they're gonna do is use that to their advantage to do anything. Because all they're gonna have is another guard or something that's their friend in there that's working. They're all good friends in there to each other in the prison system. They'll probably turn the cameras or something off. You know what I'm saying? We didn't see it on the cameras. They'll do all of that stuff. Like that's why I have to tune in to We Locked In all the time. They speak about everything like this. And these are brothers that actually moved on situations when they were in jail. Like I said, these brothers are not active anymore, but they are the most respectable brothers that I've known. And I respect those brothers a lot more than active big homies right now. People can say what they want. It doesn't matter because active big homies right now don't do anything and wasn't doing anything that these dudes were doing when they was up top. They wasn't doing none of that. It wasn't doing that. Like you could look Moshe up. He always wilding on the police. You could look up Mikey B up. He always wilding on the police. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look them up, of course you're gonna see why they went to jail and everything. But you look deeper, you'll see. Oh, these brothers are stand up brothers that stand up for their people. They always they're always definitely standing up against the police, and it's not like they're starting a problem with the police. They're defending themselves and their people as if the army does so-called army does for the so-called country. You know what I'm saying? They saying they're defending themselves and they're defending the country, which what they're really doing is going out there and attacking everybody for resources. That's all the army. That's all the U.S. doing. But you know, but what we doing is a difference. They're really attacking us. The U.S. gonna act like they protecting and serving. All that protect and serve is nonsense, man. That stuff with the police and all of that shit is just bullshit, man. I don't really like it. I would definitely tune in and jump on the panel where we locked in one day. I'm gonna jump on the panel where we locked in one day when I'm like really ready and I get my mind really, really right. Get a little bit more intellectual, so I can be ready to have a good conversation with Moshe and Mikey B, because I want to learn more from them. Even if not fully, but I don't just want to go up there and just sound a little ridiculous or anything like that. I want to make sure that my words are up to par. I want to make sure my mind is on a T, you know what I'm saying, so I can have good responses and saying give them good feedback and have them give me good feedback when we talking on there. Those are brothers I look up to. Not looking up to them because they did gangster shit, went to jail, came home without scars on their face. That's not what it is. I look up to them because they did everything they had to do to get out of their situation. Get what I'm saying? They did everything they had to do to get out of their situation, and they're trying to lead everyone in a direction to where they don't have to go in that direction, to go that way, to go that route. Because when blood started, when blood started on the West Coast, it was to stop oppression. It was supposed to pick up the work from the Black Panthers as of the Crips. The Crips was first on the West Coast before the Bloods. But the Crips started oppressing their own people first. The Crips was riding on people that didn't want to join them, didn't want their blocks to turn into a Crip block. They was doing stuff like that, oppressing their own people, robbing people, doing a lot of stuff like that, like killing their own black people out there. So, the Bloods came around, and it was different after that for a little bit. And then that's basically the Crips didn't like that the Bloods was getting recruited because that's what people were doing. People were turning blood just to fight against the Crips. When the Crips are trying to come take over their block. That's why you see a lot of blocks in LA where you got one side of the block is blood and the other side is Crip, because you had some of them that was really standing up with each other. Like, nah, we can't let that. It's LA is different. But over here, when blood started over here, because blood was over here first on the East Coast, and then Crip came after. You know, when blood started over here, it was just a fight against oppression in the jails. It wasn't in the streets. It was only in the jail. So it's like basically, if you was blood, you should have just. It's like basically should have just been the blood gang. Basically on the East Coast, really would have basically been just like a jail gang. I guess I'm not trying to like do too much on this internet and talk about stuff like that. Even though a lot of this stuff is public documents, the stuff that I'm talking about, some dudes went down. OG Mac, dudes went down and got indicted for it, but I don't know if I could just say the wrong thing. So I don't want to do that. I definitely don't want to do that. Say the wrong thing. And then when the Crips came over, you had the OGs like Psych Bike, you had Hot Shot, and so some of the OGs that they brought up last night on We Locked In. I don't like to name drop too much and don't do too much. I just like to give my input on the podcast. I don't want to say the words that what I'm saying, from the podcast. I don't want to make it sound like I'm swagger jacking, even though those are the big bros. I want to be original, you know. I want them to see me as original. I want the big bros to see me as original. I could come up with my own content. I could got my mind of my own. That's all it is. Yeah. But they definitely had respectable OGs like that. Psych Bike and Hot Shot. They got P Gutter, different other guys up there. But they didn't have people that was beefing. You didn't have people that was beefing. You had certain dudes up top that didn't like the Crips, you know? And these certain dudes were actually men of power. They were definitely men of power, men with a stature, with status, and they can make a call, say this and that. But there was other men of power that said, "No, we all brothers here. We all different set, but we all supposed to be brothers. We going against this enemy. They the ones that still coming at us. If we and you fight each other, they gonna beat us both down. It doesn't matter. Get what I'm saying? And disrespect us at the same time. Violate us. We ain't gonna get our visits. If we have a visit today, if we fight. They're gonna throw us in the box. They're gonna take away all of our motherfucking commissary, take away our good cosmetics that we get. We ain't gonna have nothing, no phone calls. We ain't gonna have no mail for like a week or two. It didn't make sense. I rather my shit getting taken away from me fighting against the oppressor. To be honest, I'd rather get my shit taken away from me fighting against the oppressor because I know he's really the enemy. He don't want me to have this shit anyway. If you don't want me, it doesn't matter because you can't take it from me. But this motherfucker really can because this is his job. This is what I gotta really fight for this. This is what we all gotta fight for. So I wouldn't be mad if I lose a fight for that. Because this is what I'm standing up and believing is my motherfucking skin color. And that's what they hate. That's what they fear. They fear that skin. They fear that skin color. They don't want that skin color on us. Sometimes I feel like they wish that skin color was on them. That's how I feel sometimes. I feel like they wish that skin color was on them, you know? And that's the thing with this racist thing. And a lot of people was trying to misinterpret Blue Boy, saying Blue Boy is racist, he's Spanish, he's Crip. I don't understand why would they say that. There's a lot of Spanish bloods. A lot. One of the biggest homies was a Spanish blood. I'm saying not for just sets, like he, commands the homies, period. Like, and to me, like, I understand it was a black thing, yeah. I know what some people mean, that some of these other other dudes coming from a different race because it's mixed up a lot now with a lot of blood. You got a lot of white boys that turn blood, a few Chinese homies that's blood. Like, not funny, but it's real. It's not funny, but it's real. It's true. It happens. But it happens when people go to court. I mean, when people get caught up and get go to the prison system. Not even just really that though, because times changed after the first generation. So there's a lot of people on the street that's banging, a lot of people on the street that was active. So a lot of people did a lot of recruiting on the streets. A lot of people came home, did recruiting on the streets. So like it's different. People don't grew up. You got people that grew up. You have a black person that grew up in a whole predominantly Chinese neighborhood, a Chinese person that grew up in the black neighborhoods, vice versa with Spanish, and it's mixed races around. And this is New York, so it's mixed races. So you can't be surprised or upset if you see a Spanish Chinese blood, Spanish Crip, Chinese Crip, a Mexican. Like, you can't be upset. You got dark skinned Latin King. I know a black ass Latin King nigga, black ass Latin King motherfucker. That's my man's. You know what I'm saying? He's official, solid brother, solid dude. You know, he's cool with a lot of homies. I just wish, I wonder if back then in the '90s, early '90s, if they could have put some stuff behind them from way back then, they probably could have took over for real, for real. But the feds wouldn't let that happen. 'Cause the feds are when they got OG Mac. They got him because the movement got too powerful. If the movement didn't go nowhere, Mac wouldn't be in the feds, and that's just really a fact. If the movement didn't go anywhere, OG Mac would not be in the feds. You know, because I got thrown off track when I was saying about disco and everything, but and it's really true though, man. Disco and Blue Boy, I'm glad that they put their differences behind them. I can't say little because those are two big dudes right there. Two big names. Saying a little difference that could have turned into a big situation, a huge situation over nothing, over internet words, over him saying that he's seen paperwork and you taking it away and then he throwing it Frank. Y'all OGs, y'all don't got to do that. I know Blue Boy probably could have just been a little excited. He's home, his first interview. He did a whole bunch of time. He did 39 years, so I can't knock him and be upset. He looked like he was very happy he was home in the interview. Well, shit, who wouldn't be fucking very happy they come home? If you go to jail for a motherfucking day, you're gonna be happy as fuck you got out. You know, you're gonna be happy as shit you got out. I would. Shit, I've been in jail before. I want to go back. It's whack. It's not good. It's not good at all. Shit is corny. Definitely. So I'm so glad Blue Boy and Disco got to put that behind them and what I'm saying, and reconcile everything. Put now everything copacetic with these big homies. I see Mel Crossover was up there, you know. Mel Cross and Disco got they thing, I'm saying, put behind them. Everything is good, man. Like that's what I love to see with the black brothers. I don't like to see confusion, man. I don't like to see confusion. Because with this internet shit, you can really be who you want to be, say what you want to say. It doesn't matter because a person really would not see you. Mel Cross and Disco, they're from the same hood, just a few blocks away, you know, just a few blocks away. They're from the same hood. They're from the Bronx. They all from the Webster area. Mel Cross from 183rd, you know, Disco from the Ave, Webster. Then you got Blue Boy. He's from LES, Lower East Side. That's right there. It's close, right there by them. Blue Boy would be there like Blue Boy it was about 15 minutes away from them. It could have got spooky with that situation. Disco been out in these streets for years now, free man. He got a lot of people behind him. Blue Boy just touched down. It's a whole lot of people that's happy that he touched down. A whole lot of OGs that's behind the scenes that would love to just make a movie for Blue Boy just because they love him, just because he held down people in jail. I'm glad they put that shit behind him. These streets would have got fucking messy. These streets would have got messy. All because of the internet, man. Y'all are two OGs that stood up for causes. Two OGs that really stood up for a cause. Don't let nobody on the internet trick y'all out y'all freedom and y'all lives, man. Y'all the reason why people are here now. Y'all the reason why people are active. Certain people are banging. Y'all the reason, you know what I'm saying? Y'all the reason why some people wanted to further their life and do good, because y'all done seen some of the bullshit and furthered yourselves. And this is why I have to respect Moshe Mikey B. They came home from doing over 20 years, and look how they expanded. They expanded great, doing great. Those are brothers to look up to, man. Those are brothers you need to follow. Those brothers you need to, you know what I'm saying, you need to sit down and talk to. Just listen to their podcasts. Write one of them on Instagram. Mikey B is free. Conscious Mind Ventures. You know? These are brothers you can learn from, man. I love the fact that Disco put his put his put his you know what I'm saying, his pride to the side with that. Cause you know, everybody know how Disco is. Disco was a wild boy. Disco get crazy. And Blue Boy look like he one of those humble dudes. You know what I'm saying? He'll let you talk your shit. But when he come back, when he come for you, he's gonna come for you. You know what I'm saying? So we can't let these two OGs crash out like that, man. And then what? New York City would just be ridiculous for no reason. You see the mayor, he put back stop and frisk. He's waging war on Mayor Adams is waging war on the black folk. Major Adams is waging war on black folk. What we saying? That's what I'm saying, man. So we got to be able to come together and do better for each other, man. These neighborhoods ain't getting no better if everybody's shooting at each other like this, always clapping at each other like this, got something to say, and then it gets real until someone gets hurt. And then when someone gets hurt, everybody want to say, damn, it's starting to get crazy, man. Niggas need to chill. Just chill before that, man. Just chill first. See if y'all could talk about anything, man. Like, always be like, yo, all right, let me get you, man. All right, I don't like how you did that, man. Like, all right, fuck it. I respect you as a man. And I could just make another post as a man saying, yo, I bugged out, crashing out. These dudes can do stuff like that. But you know what it is? These are OGs from back in the day, so pride is still everything in a man. You can't knock a man for having his pride and standing up for himself. I'm saying, because if that's how certain people' first instincts are, you can't change some people. Some of these guys' actions are like that. Everyone tune into more, man. I'm gonna definitely be going live some more topics. There's no one tuned in today, but it's all right. If we locked in, is definitely, you know what I'm saying, airing again today. I'll tune in. Might do another segment on that. Learn a lot from them brothers, you know. So I'm about to head out. Salute, y'all. Salute to everybody. If you see this video, please comment, share the video, give me a comment, let me know what you think. Like the video, share, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you get notifications. I'm out of here, y'all. Salute.